Yo, what is up, everybody? Everybody say it with me, the intro you all know and love. It's your boy, your dog, your homie, Ryan Mehalic here, coming at you with another video. And this is a post-com analysis of a series I had versus the real Jesus. And this is actually a wager match, guys. We both put $25 on the line for this one. This man's been talking a lot of trash to me, and he put his money where his mouth is, so respect to that. Best of 5, starting map is offside, no tower bans are the rules. So yeah, here we go. I'm going Cobra, obviously he's going DFA. It should be a fun one. Use my spikes here on round 2 just to kind of anti-stall the round to the max, you know. I've got to keep these rounds short and sweet when I'm facing DFA. I can't let them get a crazy amount of farms, crazy amount of eco, all that stuff, so yeah. Now I get up my mortar, obviously, just kind of stop those leaks. But yeah, if you enjoy this video at any point, please consider hitting that big red juicy subscribe button. We are on the road to 5K subscribers now, so yeah, if you want to help me get there, I'm actually getting pretty close. I would appreciate you subscribing a lot. It's free, you can always change your mind later, but yeah. Here we go, start sending him some blues. I got the faster firing on my mortar. I'm fine tanking like a bunch of leaks here. I just want to keep my mortar targeted up top. I might micro my mortar a little bit to try to pick up leaks. As you can see, I'm doing that. But for the most part, just keep it there up top. I'll tank some leaks against pink balloons. Not a big deal. Just send him constant blues. Kind of trying to force... We already forced the double trips. Just trying to get it high eco right now. And my plan is just boost on round 6. Pretty standard stuff against his black balloons. And then I'll get up a Bernie stuff after that. So yeah, we'll see how that goes. Round 6 rolls around, I end up boosting. I send him some balloon boosted greens. I sent a black there for some reason, which was not smart because it kind of ruined my rush. Now I get up my Bernie stuff, my burn dog. Just keep it targeted up top. He uses a balloon boost for some yellows, so we get up another Cobra on strong. And then another one. 4 Cobras with the Bernie stuff. Should be able to handle these without very many leaks, so I am fine there. Just start upgrading them to wired funds before the round ends. Round 8 rolls around, we're going to send him a pretty big yellow rush here, try to force the Spolt. We do force it. Do we force it? And we force some leaks on top of that, which is beautiful. Now round 9 rolls around. What I like to do is I send like a red, a blue, a green, and then yellows. And that will get through one Spolt, so he has to get up another dart, which is nice. I could have sent more and tried to force a second Spolt or a trip dart, which probably would have been best, but I didn't have money to do it. Just getting up more Cobras, sent him some ledge just to force the jug on his side. Pretty standard stuff. We end up getting them an adjustment, which is a misclick, as I say, oops right there. I didn't mean to get that up, obviously not a smart play with my money, but it is what it is. We forced a second Spolt on his side with just a few white balloons, so I'm happy with that. We have 600 eco as well, which is actually very, very solid. So I'm happy with how this game's going so far. He ends up sending me a black rush. I placed my cannon off a lot, which is not the best placement by any means. But we still defend that pretty easily. We didn't have to sell anything. We remove our adjustment because we don't need it. That was just a misclick. And yeah, we keep farming on, or Cobra farming on. We're going to send him a round 14 rush. This is a pretty standard rush. I don't even have much money to send stuff, so I'm just going to balloon boost a little bit. And yeah, we'll see if this does anything. And it does not. So honestly, probably a waste of a balloon boost there on my part. I knew I didn't have much money to send in the first place, so I probably should have just sent that rush to force a Spolt and then not balloon boosted or anything. But yeah, it is what it is. We're just gonna get more Cobras, all on strong, pretty standard stuff. We're gonna send him a small eco rush here. Just pretty much all eco balloons. We force a Spolt and a trip, so that's fine. 700 eco going into round 18 is also amazing. So now we just kind of start adjusting. We have like, what, 12 adjustments up? 12 Cobras up with 730 eco. That's actually great on the money side of things going into here. Obviously, I don't know what his eco is or anything like that, but I say we're in a good spot here, at least. I'd say we are in a good spot. So just keep getting these Cobras up all on strong, pretty much. After we get all of them up, we start ecoing a little bit more. I kind of want to balance ecoing with getting up adjustments because both of them are very important here. So you got to find that balance, guys, because if I'm just like going late game with like 500 eco, I'm definitely going to lose if he just defends around 25 adjustments. So I got to have some eco to back up on, you know. We force his ODS, which is nice. The reason to adjust here, even though he can easily defend it, is because this is slowing down his money, right? He has to put tons of money into defense, and that money cannot go into eco or farms. So that's why I keep adjusting here. But once you have like 20 or so adjustments, there's not really a point to adjust harder until around 25. So then you just kind of start max ecoing. But as you can see, over 1,000 eco going into round 22 is great. He ends up balloon boosting here. So we just get up some more Cobras on strong. We get up the missile launcher. Is this going to be able to defend? It gets pretty crazy, so we end up just boosting here. I don't really mind boosting. I'd rather boost there than sell a Cobra and like get up an impact and spend that money. So honestly, content boosting there, but I never should have even gone for the I never should have gone for the missile launcher on the bomb, in all honesty, if I was just going to boost that, right? Kind of just a waste of $800 on my side going for that missile launcher. But we continue ecoing. We have a solid amount of Cobras. Almost 1250 eco is very good for round 25. This is kind of like where I like to be. 1300 or so going into max adjustment rounds is always a good kind of standpoint to be at. So round 24 AI, I like to get up a second signal flare just because there's some camos that go in this round. Plus it just helps defend the ceramics altogether. Just micro your mortars a little bit. I always leak a few camos, but it's nothing too bad, and we're able to defend that. So now here is the big brain play, boys. If you have Cobra here, again, I don't care about my boosts. I've said this probably 1,000 times. We sell one of our signal flares, get up mini adjustments with all of our money we have because of that. And then after that, we're just going to boost against AI because we want to save that money that we'd be getting up a what's it called? Impact with. So we force a boost on his end as well. We have like a ton of adjustments, so this is pretty much max adjustment coming at him. He's going to struggle after his boost is gone here. After a max adjustment, plus we're layering some pinks, whites with it. He gets up his fan club. Seems like it might be a bit late, and he ends up going down to the max adjustment. So that's game 1, 1-0 to me, and I'll catch you in the next game. All right, so his losing map was actually Swamp. So this is an interesting map choice. Definitely going Cobra here. I'm expecting DFA on his end, but we'll see what he brings. Get up our double Cobras, both on strong. Pretty standard stuff, if I do say so myself. The kind of timing you want to do with the placements of the Cobras to anti-stall is I normally place my first Cobra before any balloons come out and place my second one around 9 seconds game time. Or like it's like 9.5 seconds game time or so. And that's kind of for the ideal anti-stall. But yeah, that's what I like to do personally. Now we're just going to send him non-stop balloons here. So it appears he's actually not going dart because he would have placed his dart by now. So he's actually going heli, which is interesting. Normally heli does pretty terrible against adjustment, but we'll see what his other tower is. Maybe his other tower actually helps him against adjustment quite a bit. So maybe he wants some secret anti-Cobra strat at us. We will see. We get up our mortar just to continue this anti-stall. Send him some blues layered over this. We'll see what he does here. He's sending me some pinks as always. I'm not going to do anything against that. I'll just greet it out. And he shows his mortar. So he's got heli mortar. Definitely he tried to go he's trying to go an anti-Cobra strat against us. Mortar is pretty good against Cobra in most cases. So this might be a tough game for us to win, but we will see, lads. We will see how we do here. Round 6, we balloon boost some greens at him just because we don't think his mortar is going to be able to handle those. And we send some blacks behind it. He balloon boosts blacks back at us. We just boost against it as always. And we force the Bernie stuff on his end, which is great. I love that. So we've limited his farms and stuff a pretty solid amount. He ends up sending us more blacks, and instead of going for the Bernie stuff this time around, since I have a pretty healthy life count, I actually just go for a Cobra spam against his follow-up blocks and save the money that we would be spending on a Bernie stuff. So that's a big brain play right there. At this point, we're just ecoing. We can't really force more defense on him. He already has a Bernie stuff, and the mortar on this map is pretty godlike. So, yeah. It is what it is. He sends me some yellows here. We're just getting up another Cobra, and we're just going to boost against this. I really couldn't care less about boosting. I've said this a million times. Keep ecoing. Send him some leads for some reason. I don't really know what the idea was behind that, but it is what it is. We'll speed this up. Get up more Cobras. We already have a ton of Cobras up, to be honest. We have a decent amount. Plus, both of us are anti-stalling like crazy, which is actually great that he's anti-stalling the rounds as well here. We send him a rush here. Camo lead followed by a bunch of zebras and blacks. We forced the rotors, and that should be able to defend because the Bernie stuff, as I said before, is pretty goated on this map. So I maybe wasted money on zebras there, to be honest. I could have probably just chilled with sending blacks to force the same defense, but it is what it is. He sends me a rush. I have enough Cobras where I don't really need to get cluster there, which is pretty nice. We just keep hitting Cobras up all on strong. Pretty standard stuff. And we start our adjustment here a little bit. And we also send him some leads with this. We're trying to force a boost if we can. But it appears we can't, so another kind of bad rush on my end there. I probably should have just saved up money for, what's it called? More adjustments rather than sending leads there. Also, I'm having some pretty terrible mortar micro as well. Leaking quite a bit. But we are still alive, which is what matters. Now we go full adjustment heavy. We'll see what he does against this adjustment. Looks like he's just rotor spamming. The Bernie stuff also helps out a lot here. If his rotors can just pop the higher layers of the balloons, the Bernie stuff can be used to the maximum effect. We eco a bit here as well. Kind of just mess up his mortaring. I don't know what to call it. And he ends up using a boost, so that's really good for us that he used a boost, because we're going to follow this up with a Moab, and this pretty much will definitely force an Apache, or else he's going to have to get up like 10 rotors with facing adjustment and a balloon boosted Moab. And it looks like he is selling everything. He has to sell farms as well, and he ends up getting his Apache up, but look how many balloons there are on his side, guys. Is he going to be able to defend this? So many balloons going through that I see, but it must just be screen lag, because he ends up holding on here, getting up his mortar now. But you can see his farms are absolute dog water right now, boys. His farms are dog water, so he's not in a good position here, to say the least. With his heli chasing like crazy. And he has one plantation in round 21. Now, our eco is not as good as it normally is. I normally have like 1k eco on this map, or 1k eco with Cobra, but the thing is, this map is shorter than the other maps that I play on. Not shorter, this map's more anti-stall than like offside. So my eco's not going to be as high here. But the main thing is we've just limited his farms and eco, which is big. We end up going for an impact there just because, I don't know. I felt like it was probably the right decision in this case. I could have boosted against it or tried to chill with the missile launcher, but I don't want to take risks when I'm at a huge advantage like I am this game. So we're just continuing to eco like normal, and we'll get up a max adjustment for round 25 as always. Probably force some signal flares and a big one on his side in game, of course. And we'll see how that defends for him. Round 24 AI, pretty standard stuff. We don't leak there at all because we have golded mortar micro. And we start adjusting. Full adjustment going in your way, buddy. Actually, I'm not even sure if that's full adjustment. I feel like we probably could have gotten more. But we have a pretty strong adjustment. He does have 2 signal flares, a big one, and an Apache. Big one in game, of course. Is he going to be able to defend here? I'm sending yellows, and the reason I'm sending yellows here instead of whites is yellows are actually more packed balloons. And since he has signal flares, I'm hoping to make the signal flares hit their pierce capsule, then the big one can't kill the balloons, if that makes sense. He actually leaks there, but he does end up surviving, so well done to him. We just continue ecoing here. He actually saves up and gets up his factory at the start of round 27, so that's a pretty late factory, to be honest here. A factory is pretty late, so I think we're in a great position here with 1500 eco, like 30 Cobras, and he only has 1 factory. AI Moabs are coming in. We just get up 2 Maulers, a cluster. That should be enough to defend here. We continue ecoing, but at this point I want to stop ecoing, and I want to get up just a ton of wired fun spamming. I've talked about this in videos before. The reason I do this is because if I ecoed at this point, it wouldn't make me any money. It takes 2 minutes and 30 seconds to make money back from eco, but wired funds, it only takes 3 rounds to get their money back. So if I'm going to rush them around 32, which I am, I'm going to get up wired funds till the end of round 29 and make money back on these by just buying and reselling them on round 32, if that makes sense. So I couldn't make money back on eco at this point, but I can make money back on Cobras, so that's why I'm doing that. But yeah, his farms are actually pretty trash here. I think I've got this game in the bag. But we'll see. I get up my big one in game, just getting some maulers ready for when he rushes me, because he obviously is going to rush me. Everything's looking pretty crazy on his side right now. He ends up boosting here. Is that enough? We send him one ZOMG on round 32, and we're probably going to send another spaced one here in a second. I'm just getting up a bunch of maulers now, preparing for him to rush me. So it's going to get intense, boys. It's going to get absolutely intense. There's our first ZOMG coming at him. Defending a ZOMG is not going to be fun for him here, especially with adjustment and everything under it. He's sending me one as well. He sends me two ZOMGs. Is this his all out, lads? He sold both of his farms. We just got a mauler spam after sending our two ZOMGs, and it's going to get intense. It's going to get intense. We have one boost left as well. Are we going to be able to defend here? We use our boost, start microing mob assassins. I probably should have microed my mob assassins before I boosted, so then I could use my boost effectively on the lower layers that need to be boosted against. We start microing our mortar. He's sending me some BFBs, trying to mess up my targeting. Keep microing my mortar. I'm gonna have to micro my big one here in game, of course, a little bit. Bloons are getting kind of close to the end. He's boosting. There's still a ZOMG left, but the ZOMG is pretty far down. It's going to be intense, boys. There's BFBs getting really close to his end. I don't think he'll be able to defend these BFBs. Who knows? We popped the last ZOMG. We can just mortar stall this one like crazy. We have money too. He doesn't have money, and we take the dub. So it's 2-0 me right now. I'll catch you on the next match. So his losing map was Wiz Keep, and he actually brings Cobra here, which is definitely interesting. I bring Boat Mortar, which is normally a good counter to Cobra. However, Boat Mortar and Wiz Keep is actually pretty trash. Their mortar, like, the boat spots are actually really bad, and the mortar spot, there's not much time for the Bernie stuff to do work. So I don't know, it's going to be a hard matchup for us here, but we'll see if we can pull it through. We go 260 eco to just delay this round, and also get up our farm. We should get 2 bananas here, I would imagine, if we do this correctly. And I'm going to play a mixed eco style, and the reason being, on a map like Wiz Keep, I don't really have a chance to get a BIA against Cobra because of how bad the boat spots and mortar Bernie stuff is. So I've got to kind of play mixed eco here against Cobra, which is also a little bit unideal for me as a boat mortar player. But it's what it is. We get up our grape shot in close here. Try to make it so every single grape hits a balloon every shot is your goal. We send him constant pinks, trying to force leaks on his side. We'll see what he does. He's sending me stuff as well. I just get up the faster firing on my boat. Pretty standard stuff, if I do say so myself. He's getting up more Cobras. Round 6 rolls around. We just send him some blacks here. We actually balloon boost them as well. And he goes for his Bernie stuff. And this is the thing I do not agree with at all. Why would you go for a Bernie stuff here when you can just aggro with greens and get a solid eco when you don't need your Bernie stuff yet, right? You just boost. Because you're not going to use 3 boosts over a game, or need 3 boosts in most cases with Cobra. So might as well just greed with them when you can, is my theory. But you do you. He sends me greens now, later, after I get my plantation, and I force a second grape shot, when he could have just sent the greens earlier if he spent a boost. But sends me a big yellow rush. I place my mortar, target my boats. The yellows are getting really crazy, and I have to boost there, which is unfortunate. Maybe if I had some better boat targeting or mortar targeting, I would have saved a boost there, but obviously I can't play too risky here when there's money on the line, so we are down a boost, which is definitely unfortunate there. Definitely quite unfortunate. We're preparing for him to send us white balloons. It looks like he doesn't. He sends us some zebras. We just get up our Bernie stuff here after we get up our plantation. So 2 plants, 400 eco around 12. It's not a bad scenario to be in, but that boost obviously is not great. Send him a few pinks here just to force his camo detection, which we do force it, which is nice. And yeah. We get up another farm here, which is actually probably a greedy move, because as you see, he's going to rush us here. And this is just white and zebra balloons. But the thing is, we do have to boost that. Even though we have 2 grape shot faster firings plus a signal flare, it's pretty unideal. If the map was like inlets, for example, you definitely don't have to boost that. But because it's Wiz Keep, and as I said before, the spots are not as great, I do have to boost there. So yeah, Maybe boat mortar wasn't the best choice here. Maybe I should have tried to bring, I don't know. I could have tried to bring, like, DFA or something. But yeah, we continue ecoing at him here. He sends us around 16 rush. We sell our farm, try to go for another destroyer. We end up boosting pretty late. Too many balloons are there, and we just go down, which is unfortunate. I actually had $2,000, so I could have afforded another destroyer. I don't know why I didn't go for that, but yeah, definitely not the best game from my end. But I'll catch y'all in the next game. Current score is 2-1 to me. Best of 3. Best of 5, I mean. So my losing map was Riverside. I know Jesus isn't really a big boat mortar player, so I'm using a boat mortar map to kind of exploit that. And yeah, we hit him with the high. We both start off with our boats here, so he is going boat, so I'm expecting boat mortar from him, even though he doesn't play it very often. But we will see what he brings to the table. Neither of us send balloons here in round 2. I really don't think it's worth in many cases. If there's an anti-stall, because it's just, I don't know. I don't think it's worth. But yeah. Round 3 rolls around. We get up our more bananas right there. Keep our boat targeted on first right now. I keep it on first on these beginning rounds, and then when the pinks roll around, you want it on close for the best grape shot spread on this map. So you'll see me do that. I just send him a few pinks here, just trying to force his grape shot as well, which we do with only 2 sets, which is pretty nice. Keep our boat target on close. As you're going to see, I'm going to target it back to first here after he stops sending, just to kind of pick up those leaks before they go through to the best of my ability. And yeah, now we're both just going to save up for our plant here in a second. Hit him with the high. You got to keep the good vibes here. You know what I'm saying? He hits high back. Respect to that right there. Round 6 rolls around. We send him some black balloons. Go for our farm. Keep sending blacks. We're both going to get up our faster firing here in a second, which we do. I continue sending blacks because in round 7 you're actually going to leak a lot to this. So both of us are at the moment are trying to force a 0-0 boat on each other's end. So we'll see if we are successful in this mission. I get up my 0-0 boat, he does the same. So both of us were indeed successful. And now we just go on for more farms. Most cases, I don't think it's worth to send yellows here. You have to send quite a bit of yellows on a long map like Riverside to even force a 0-0 mortar. So I think farming on in most cases is probably best in this scenario. Round 10 rolls around, we both send each other a lead. And here is where everything changes. I have mortar, he has heli. So now I think, okay, I can exploit his loadout a lot with mid-game rushes, right? Mortar is so much better mid-game than heli. Plus, we honestly have a stall late game, so we just have the better loadout here, I would imagine. So, yeah, he is saving up for his rotors. We're going to send him a big white rush. The heli rotors nerf actually hurts it a lot against grouped balloons like whites. So he's going to get overrun like crazy here. I end up selling my 0-0 boat to send more whites. He has a grape shot along with that, but again, it doesn't seem like it's that much. And he ends up boosting there. So now it's like, okay, there's no chance he defends an all-out. I could defend an all-out without boost because I can afford like a big one, but he doesn't have that opportunity. He needs like an Apache or like 5 destroyers, which obviously he's not affording here. So we just get another boat ready in case he counters to our all-out. But yeah, we sell our farms and we're gonna all-out him. So we'll see what he does here. He ends up going for the defense for some reason, even though he obviously doesn't have the money to defend this. And yeah, he just goes down. So yeah, this trash talker, at least he put up some money, so he put his money where his mouth was, but he lost 3-1, so GG's to the real G's. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, by the way. If you did, smash the like button, move forward. Ryan Mehalic out. Peace, lads.